G'day guys, how you going today? I'm in one of my favourite spots in Western Australia. I've identified a little area here where I picked up, would have been around about 4 nuggets. So what I decided to do is I've decided to run some chain lines. Now I've only run 3 or 4 lines, and so far in this small area I've picked up around about another 3 or 4 nuggets. What I want to tell you about is one of the techniques that I use for chaining to find further areas whilst I'm chaining is I'll select an area. The area that I normally pick is a small section, and generally what I'll do is I'll run my first line straight down the middle of where I've found a couple of nuggets. So I've run 4 lines here and I've picked up another 4 nuggets. So once I've selected my area, I keep it fairly short. I generally don't chain more than say 100 metres at a hit, because one thing that really does your head in about Western Australia is how big the place is, and even while you're chaining, it's really hard to resist looking at other ground around you. And sometimes you start to get bored and you think, oh, I should go over there and try that. Chaining is a long and tedious process, and it requires a lot of concentration. Sometimes you might do 1 or 2 lines before you get a nugget. So my fix for that is I like to take a lot of breaks. So I'll chain for about 15-20 minutes, maybe half an hour, and then I'll have a break. So what I do, I'll select my area, but I'll park my car, and there it is there in the centre of the screen. I'll park my car on some immediately adjacent ground, similar ground to what I'm chaining. And when it's time to come and have a break, is instead of walking directly to my car, I'll deliberately cross some of the adjacent ground on the way to my car. Now, this is a line that I've just cut back to my car. I went and had a break, had a cuppa. What I did is I followed that same line back and effectively chained it on one side. Now what that does, gives me an opportunity or a chance of hitting another area of gold within the directly adjacent area. So I've cut the second line. There it is. And right here, I'm getting a deep inverted signal. I've been averaging 1/4 to maybe 1.5 grams here, and I can't wait to see what this is. The exciting part about it is I'm chaining over there, but I've just found a nugget here too. So when I finish chaining over there, guess what I'm going to come and do here? So anyway, let's dig this one up and find out what it is. Oh, and there it is. I'd say about 2 grams, but it's a nice solid piece of gold. There you go. Now I found that walking back from my car to the area that I'm chaining, and that's one of the techniques that I use to find new areas to chain whilst I'm chaining. So when I've finished over there, I'm going to come back over this spot, and here it is. A lovely piece of Western Australian gold. What a pearler. At 1.5 feet, and I guess you could say I found it by chance, simply by running a couple of chain lines from the area that I'm chaining to my car on the adjacent ground. Thanks for watching.